So first of all, very, very good evening.
Hello.
I don't know what is there right now, but here it is evening, and I'm
Here
enjoying this
it's afternoon.
afternoon. Wow. Okay, so how is everything in your side right now?
Really good. I just finished a class just right now. And now I'm free. So I'm so happy to be here. I'm really thrilled that you invited me. So that is amazing.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
accepting my invitation. It would be an honor if you introduce yourself.
Sure. My name is Trisha Horton, and I coach busy professionals online and at their workplace how to confidently communicate in English.
Yep, awesome. So where do you come from?
I'm from the United States, but now I live in Spain.
Okay, great. Since how long you have been in Spain and what brought you here?
Well, life brought me to Spain, and I've been in Spain for over 25 years.
Okay, 25 years. It has been a long time, okay?
It's been a long time. Amazing.
So,
Yes.
yeah, so you'll be quite familiar with Spain now.
Oh,
How,
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Definitely.
So, tell me something about Spain, a bit like culture and what is it, how it is different from your country, like United States.
So, when you go out for lunch or dinner in Spain, it's everything included. You go out for a drink before, and you can stand at the bar and talk. And usually they'll give you like small finger food to accompany like a glass of wine. Then you go and you have your meal at a different restaurant, usually. Sometimes you stay at the same place, but a lot of times you go to a different place. So you bar hop, you go
Mhm.
from one to another. And the food in Spain is amazing. The fish, just everything is really, really good. It's very healthy. So they cook very healthy. They use a lot of garlic, they use olive oil. And usually you start with hors d'oeuvres, like things that you're going to share with others. You know, they're in the middle of the table and they're called tapas. Tapas, and it's just you have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And well, it's, I guess, like the American appetizer. We do the same thing.
Mhm.
But the variety in Spain, and also it's healthy. It's healthy food.
Do people like spicy food in Spain?
A little bit of everything, because I do like a little bit of spice in my food. In fact, when I cook certain foods, I put cayenne pepper, the full cayenne pepper, and then I remove it. So nobody gets the prize
Okay.
in their mouth. But I do like just a bit of spice, not in everything, but in some things I do. So it depends on the region. Sometimes they use peppers that are a little spicy. So yeah, but not as spicy as your neck of the woods.
Yeah. Yeah, Indian eat very spicy food, so I
Yeah.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about socializing? Is people friendly in Spain?
People are very friendly, and it also depends on the region. So the South, they're extremely friendly, they're extremely hospitable. It goes with the territory with weather, because
Mhm.
people are outside, people are enjoying themselves. It's warm or it's hot, and people are out and they're mingling with neighbors, or they go to the local bar and they talk to each other if they're watching a football match or whatever. In the North, they're a little more closed, standoffish in the beginning. So it's harder to get into a group. It's hard to be the outsider and get into a group. But there's a little bit of everything.
I
Yeah.
understand. Understand. Mm. Do they speak English?
The youth really does now. They have lost their fear. It's the professionals that I work with that still have a huge complex. about their English skills. And the reason being, and they have a good reason, is they learned English with, for example, their gym teacher. And their gym teacher was not qualified to give English, so they had no clue.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a guessing game. So what happened was people got kind of turned off by English, or they were scared of English because they could not understand anything in movies or when somebody asked them a question. So they kind of got it, they got blocked. So a lot of times what I have to do is change their mindset, first of all, about themselves because it's not their fault. And secondly, to welcome this language that connects everybody.
Yeah.
It's such a connector, it's such a wonderful tool to have.
Have right now. Yeah. Because being an Indian, I understand the importance of English right now.
Yeah.
And I think English is game changer right now. In aspects of job, even in personal life, English is becoming very important language. Globally, it is becoming very important. So if I talk about India, in every sector right now, English is dominating over other languages. We
Wow.
have official languages, but after that language, official language, English is a most dominant language. And English is becoming the official language, our official language. And it is already.
Amazing.
So that's
That's
why.
amazing.
What about Spain? Is English a very dominant, like everybody needs to speak in English, or in Spain, there is no need to speak in English? Like you are okay with your, broken English or whatever English you have.
Well, I mean, if you speak a little bit, that's great. If you're a professional and you're working for an international company, yes, you need, if you want to be promoted, if you want to have a salary increase, then you definitely need English and you need to be able to handle and hold meetings and give presentations and make negotiations in English. So I would say that a lot of people, if they want to get a raise, they really need to put get on their boxing gloves and start fighting with the language to get it up to speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more language. One is Spanish and other is French. So which of these two are more important for people in Europe? Spanish
Yeah,
or
that's a good
French?
question because, well, they're just two, there are two countries that speak, they have French and they speak French. You have France and they speak French, and then you have Spain, they speak Spanish. Um, I would say it depends on what sector you're in, you
Okay.
know, because I wouldn't say one is more important than the other. However, with Spanish, you can speak to a lot of people overseas, whereas French, okay, yeah, you have French probably in many countries in Africa, Vietnam, I think they also can speak French. Lots of Arabic
Vietnam?
countries can speak it. So it just depends again on the sector that you're going to be working for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes I feel like Spanish is mandatory in some parts of your Europe. Is it right? Or like, yes, okay, if you know English, that is enough.
Okay, so in Spain, the kids need to learn English, and the first 2 years of high school, they need to learn another language, and that can be German, it can be French, and I think that's it. And then, like for me growing up, it was either Spanish, French, or German.
So what did you learn?
I learned Spanish, and then I learned French.
Oh, so you know how to speak Spanish and French both.
Sí, claro.
Wow, great. You are polyglot.
A
Awesome.
bit.
Yeah.
A bit.
Uh,
Yeah.
so how many languages do you know?
Well, I can dabble with other languages just because of my students. So if I'm working with somebody from Turkey and they'll start saying something and it's like, does that mean I mean? And they're like, yes. And it's like, well, you keep saying it. So I got that. And then I found out that it's also in Arabic from my live streams that I do, and they're like, "Oh, wow, you knew this." And it's like, "Yeah." And well, long story short, it was very similar Turkish to Arabic in this perspective.
Yeah, that is the beauty of this era, right? We are surrounded with technology and it is making
Yeah,
us unable to speak so many languages. We meet so many
amazing.
people during every single day. So that's is important. Okay, most of the, in which parts of the world most of your students belong to?
I would say just because of the time zone, mostly Europe, but I have had quite a few from the United States. And obviously, in the United States, they're from Ukraine, they're from Russia, they're from Latin America, Central America. So I've worked with people in the United States that have immigrated to the United States. So I
Yeah.
would predominantly say Asia, the Middle East. I've worked with the Middle East. I've worked with some people from Africa, and then Europe, predominantly Europe, just because of the time zone.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand.
And a few people from India too.
Yes, India is a huge country, so Indian are everywhere.
Yeah.
I feel yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So don't you feel a kind of, very difficult to handling with the different accents from the world, different parts of the world, because accent would be sometimes very challenging. Like it will be very challenging to understand. How do you manage with it?
Well, sometimes I have to tell my student to put the sentence in the chat box, and that clarifies a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often, but it does happen. So that's what I resort to.
Like, what kind of a student learn English quicker? Because I understand it takes lots of time to learn English, but there will be some students who would learn English faster, like they are upper beginner or intermediate level. Which level up faster?
The fastest is beginner.
Beginner. And what
Beginner.
is
Yeah.
reason?
It's because it's all the basics, it's the foundation of the language. So basically you can communicate with the same words, but when you start getting into the B1, B2, that is a long process
Okay,
because of all
got
the
it.
vocabulary involved, because of the idioms, because of the phrasal verbs, people feel stuck. And I remember myself, I remember feeling stuck when I was at that level in Spanish. So I totally understand it. And the only advice I can give you is stick with it, keep going. If you have a bad day, it's okay. The next day you start again, but don't leave it because I've had students who have left it and come back to me and they're like, oh my gosh, I've lost everything that I had. And I said, no, no, but you went back 2 steps when you had taken three
Yeah.
because it's here. And if you don't practice it, you forget it for some time and then you remember it again. But
I
English is a lifetime investment.
Yeah, it is lifetime investment. And even if I do not speak for a couple of days, I feel like rusty, very rusty. So yes, if nobody should leave the English, like make it a part of your life, enjoy every
Yeah.
single day. Someday you will feel that you haven't improved. Someday you will feel you have improved. So
Yeah.
just let it be the part of life. Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel
exactly.
so.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, your English is amazing.
Thank you very much. But I need to improve a lot. Like whatever I have gained in 5 years, it has been 5 years since I have been speaking English. And I would say honestly that I'm not that much into it because of my works. If I put my all effort, then I can level up very quickly. But I think of doing it in 2026 now.
Oh, that's great. Well, and it's so great to have goals.
Yeah, sometimes I should have goal. Otherwise, goal gives us a clear path and motivation, like what should we do. Without goal, like we do not have clear path. And when you do not have clear path, then you do not find that energy to work on something. That's why I feel like, having a goal is beautiful thing. Yeah.
It is. I love that what you said.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always creating new goals for myself.
Mhm.
So,
So, what are
so
your goals for upcoming
I want
few
to
months?
I want to touch over 1 million lives with the English language. I want to help over 1 million people.
Yeah,
And I
I
want people to accept themselves for whom they are and have fun
have fun. Yeah.
learning.
Already you are around 100K followers on Instagram. So that's the beautiful thing that you have already touched many lives and you
Yeah.
have a big goal to touch millions life. And I think what about 1 million? You can touch many millions. Yeah, I've seen people doing it. So please go
Yeah,
on
it's
and
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what is your message for English learners around the world? What do you want to tell them?
Speak.
Speak.
Open your mouth. Don't keep it in your head because that's where the confidence comes from, is when you speak. When you get that sound out of your mouth, you're hearing yourself speak and you're accepting, oh, I have a different voice in English. Okay, I need to get used to that because it's like a shock. When you speak another language, you don't become another person, but you feel a little bit of like an imposter because you're not used to that sound you're producing.
Yeah. Mhm.
So it's you need to come to terms that your voice changes, love it, have a good time with it, and connect with other people,
Yeah.
but always speak.
Speak. So how should beginners start their journey?
Well, for example, they can learn a couple of things in the kitchen and start talking to themselves like, oh, this is a spoon. I can eat my soup with a spoon. Or I like fruit, so I'm going to eat an apple. Things like that. And they have those construction and the structure and all that. So,
Like start speaking and about anything. Like don't take it a big
exactly.
deal. Yep. When we are in kitchen, you can speak about the kitchen stuffs. Wherever you are, just you have to think and speak. Like that is
Exactly.
the easy process. I
Yeah.
also
But
feel so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
When I started speaking in English, nobody was to mentor me. I had just desired to start it. And I remember how difficult it was to speak even few sentences at the beginning. But right now, I'm able to talk with people from all over the world. So that is giving me a huge motivation, like sometimes to go forward because when I had started, I couldn't speak the single word. But today, I'm able to hold a conversation. That is a big thing. So we need to first imagine in our brain that I can do it, I can speak English, and
Yes.
that should be converted into work. Start speaking, open your mouth and speak the sentences. Yeah.
I love that because you're saying positive affirmations to yourself.
Yeah, and
That's
it is
great.
important. what
Yeah.
about
Oh, yeah.
what about optimism while learning English? Because do you feel like optimism is very important in this journey because we go through high and lows many often.
Well, instead of saying, I'm sorry for my bad English, you need to say, I'm in the process of improving my English. Every day I'm getting better because I practice for at least 5 minutes a day. Because
Yeah.
that mindset, you start to believe that you have bad English, and that's not the case. You're in a process.
Yeah, in the process. And
Yeah.
so bad beliefs or negative beliefs sometimes put lots of pressure on us. So we
Yeah.
should not think like that because
Right.
even if we are learning, improving, and if we are thinking about ourselves that I'm not improving, then it badly affects us. Because I know one of my friends, he was good at English. He speaks fluent English. He has good vocabulary words, lots of phrasal and idioms in his mind, but still he feel like he is not good at English, and because of that, sometimes he lose the track. His English is good, so we need to just understand one thing that think positive, be optimistic, and whatever you were yesterday, just think positive about that. Today you have improved or not. Yeah, that
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah.
Okay, what are some common mistakes that English learners make during their journey?
They translate from their language to English. So, for example, the Spanish, they use the verb have for age. So they say, I have 25 years old. And in English, it would be, I am
I'm
25 years
25
old.
years. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm 25 years old. So they translate from their mother tongue to English. So how to
Yeah.
get rid of it? How to start direct translating in English?
From the very first day, start speaking, read out loud. Talk to yourself. Okay, so you learned the age today. Okay, so go around the house saying, I am 30. I am 30 years old. I have a hobby. My hobby is, I don't know, drawing. I like drawing. And just speak, 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 because you know the structure, you know the words. So it's just putting them into well, getting them out of your mouth, you know? But the very first day, speak. And I'm always telling my students because of fluency matters. And when you hear me repeat something that you said incorrectly, repeat it. And I have some amazing students that automatically just repeat it. And others, they just continue. And it's like, okay, you're not going to remember that because first of all, you didn't produce it out of your mouth correctly.
Yeah.
So it's like I have to sometimes say, okay, fluency, let's listen and repeat.
Yeah. So that is called shadowing, right?
Shadowing, yeah.
So how much shadowing is important in learning English, especially in terms of pronunciation?
I think it's very important.
Yeah.
Listening and repeating is very, very, it's a strong activity.
Yeah.
And I always tell my students, I said, find an accent that you love and copy them the best you can.
Yeah. So, yes, there are a couple of activities that one can do to improve their pronunciation. But still, I feel like, after repeating that activities, it is very difficult to improve the pronunciation. So, can you give some other tips that could help one to improve the pronunciation? Especially somebody
So,
like Indian who comes from such a background where 500, 600 alive languages exist, and our mother tongue is so influential that it is very difficult to get rid of MTI.
okay, so it's important. Like I made an activity on YouTube for Indians for pronunciation. So
Wow,
you can go to my
awesome.
YouTube channel and yeah, and find it.
I'm gonna give
I looked it
your
up.
channel there, right? So I'm gonna
Yeah,
mention
I
it. So
have a
please, everybody,
video.
go and check out the channel and the
Yeah, I'll send
videos.
it to you later.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, what was I saying? I got a notification that
Yes,
my
you.
cloud was ready. So I'm like, what is this? Okay. No, but it was mine. It wasn't yours. So anyway, you watch the formation of the mouth, the tongue, where the positioning is, and you practice that. And the best way is in front of a mirror because you can see yourself. You look at the positioning. Okay, how am I going to do this? Okay, the tongue is like on the top of the palate. I need to say it like that. So you have to practice that though, because it feels really strange,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I understand. So I think I'm taking your too much time now.
Oh,
So
you're good.
I'm not. So if you are free for next 5 minutes, then our conversation can go on. Otherwise,
Yeah, yeah,
we
I'm
can
good.
wrap up. Good.
No, no, I'm good.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about books now,
Okay.
because as far as growth is concerned, we cannot deny the fact like book is one of the most important resources to improve our knowledge, right? So do you enjoy reading books?
I've written too. So yes.
Oh, you have written two books.
I've written too.
Awesome, great.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got them over there. You want to see?
Please show me the name of the book, because I'm gonna check
One
it.
is Behind a Locked Door,
Wow.
and the other one is Just Like the Rest, and they're on Amazon.
Okay, both are in
Yeah.
Amazon. I'm gonna search it out. Wow, awesome.
Yeah.
I'm meeting with a great personality today, right? Because
Bless your heart.
you have lots of experiences where you have written the book and you have helped so many students around the world. So I'm feeling really happy
That's
that I'm meeting you.
yeah, and you're helping a lot because you have an amazing YouTube channel.
Thank you so
Wow,
much. Yep,
impressive.
I'm trying to just, put my effort to improve my English and also helping out others. Yep,
That's
whatever I could
great.
do, I'm doing. So how important it is to read the books because we know book.
Definitely important. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you put yourself in a situation, you're in an atmosphere maybe that you normally wouldn't be in, and you're getting acquainted to new vocabulary in those situations.
mm,
And I always say, because this happened to me, this is something that I teach because I learned also. And if a word happens 3 times, then look it up. But if it only happens once and you understand the context, then don't worry about it. But
okay.
at least 3 times. And then you definitely need to look it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes we go through the words, but we do not understand the context and meaning. So what should we do when we find that word first time?
The first time, try to understand what's going on, to understand the context. And if you can, then move on. If you cannot, look it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. Mhm. So, what about watching things like I think we watch lots of movies and other series to improve our English. So, do you think that is very important?
Oh, yeah, because you have a world of accents, you know? So you're getting your ear accustomed to so many different accents. And I mean, you just take the United States and you have so many accents there
Accents.
just in one country. So definitely it's a good thing. Always have the subtitles on. And for beginners, watch the movie first in your language and then go watch it in English.
Yeah, great.
Don't watch it in English the first time. No,
Yeah.
because you're going to go, what is happening? I don't understand. But if you've seen it already in your language, you liked it, you're going to like it in English too because you're going to hear the actors' voices, you know?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
one thing like it is one of the most talked topic about English. Should we have accent or can we go with the neutral accent or places that we belong to?
I like an accent. It makes us who we are. It makes us special. It
Yeah.
makes us different. It's our own tattoo,
Yeah.
you know? I have an accent when I speak in Spanish. It's who I am. I'm never going to lose it because I started learning when I was 14. So
You
that's
are
quite late for all of the sounds
sounds
that you
and
need.
mouth muscles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what happens with English. Like most of the people in India right now, like children, they are accustomed now. They are they are learning English since their childhood. But one who was born 20 years ago, they learned English somehow after 15 years or age of
Right.
20 to 10 or 12 years. For them, it is very difficult to lose the accent.
Yeah.
So, sometimes it is a big topic in India. Like, we should have American accent, we should have uh, accent from different parts of the world, Canadian accent or Australian accent, because four accents are very preferred. One Australian, American,
Mhm.
United accent from United Kingdom. So these accents are preferred by the people from different parts of the world. So,
Yep.
but it is very difficult to learn the accent. Sometimes I feel like, learning the accent is just like copying the tone of others, right? And it looks like
Yeah.
difficult task.
I mean, it's important to have intonation and it's important to get the sound out of your mouth as smoothly as possible so as many people can understand you as possible. Because some people, they mumble and you can't understand them. So it's very important to open your mouth.
Yeah.
That I would say over losing your accent. No, open your mouth, have life in your voice and try the best you can.
Yeah, like sound should be clear, pronunciation should be clear. Like one
Exactly.
should understand it clearly, whether you have
Right.
accent or not, it doesn't
Exactly.
matter, but sound should be clear. Okay, so we discussed a lot,
We
and
did.
yeah, it was lovely talking to you,
It
and
was. Thank you
it
so
is
much.
an honor that you accepted my invitation and you joined my channel. Thank you very much for it.
Thank you so much.